No matter where we live, when it comes to something as important as childcare, we all want the best. That's why Hale Haron have joined forces to create a partnership that will set a new standard for quality and caring. Our team noted reports on the needs to have more childcare. Member of Parliament Ms. Ting Pei said young mothers are concerned about the availability and accessibility of these care services that are available to them.
We want to design the new HDB estates to have inbuilt childcare center within each of the precinct. So that has to do with accessibility because that minimizes the logistic challenge and at the same time the transport requirements for the parents.
Wow, that's a strong statement from our Minister in Prime Minister's office. With that, our team business idea is to set up a childcare center at underserved HDB estate. Before we go into detail, let's meet the team that will present to you the business idea and the proposal. Presenting to you the very serious 5 musketeers. First, we have the brainy Thomas, the fantastic Justin, the innovative Mayang, the creative Brandon, and the thinker Sean. Rest assured that your money will be well invested. Hale Haron Private Limited is a Singapore brand childcare provider that provides excellent childcare services. Hale Haron's mission is to become the recognized leader in its target market for providing excellent childcare experience to children and also convenience to their parents. We are looking at areas that are underserved by childcare centers. We also identify the various customer segments such as estates that are of high residential density, high value properties, and occupied by young couples. These customers will be our source of revenue streams. We'll be using Tableau to analyze and visualize data to help us in our business decisions. We will now show you how data help us narrow down our search for best possible location in Singapore to set up our childcare center.
Using the available HDB data, our team is able to map the locations of HDB blocks in Singapore. We also added the childcare center into the plot indicated in red. Now we have a visual of an overview of HDB flats and available childcare centers in Singapore. Applying our first requirement to the visualization, we present to you the estates without a childcare center within 400-meter radius. Wow, that's a lot of them. Based on SingStat statistics, women in Singapore get married at about 25 to 34 years old and have babies at age 30 to 34. Team decided that we should filter down the HDB age of less than 10 years old where there would be more young couples living in the estates. With that, we found 4 potential locations, namely Queenstown, Punggol, Tampines, and Geylang. Putting in the resale price of the estates have allowed the team to establish our second criteria of setting a childcare center at high-valued property estates. That could potentially mean serving the higher income earning group. We see that Queenstown and Punggol are the better options when property value is concerned. To further support our business idea, we also plotted in the number of blocks in the identified estates, so as to establish the potential number of customers our childcare center can service. Looking at the block counts across the 4 potential locations, our team are very much convinced that Punggol and Queenstown Cluster 1 are our selected choice. This is also supported by HDB data of proportion of residents aged below 5 by planning area. Seeing Punggol tops the chart with greater or equals to 10%. Although Queenstown, Geylang, Tampines are all about 5%, Queenstown will still be chosen for its higher valued properties and block counts.
This is a timeline goal that our team have drawn up. We will proceed to initiate the build-out phase for about 9 months and grand opening early next year. These are the breakdowns of secured fundings. We are currently seeking investor funding for the remaining 100,000 Singapore dollars. To foster transparency in our business pitch, we have come up with the breakdown on our forecast business expenditure. We are committed to provide excellent childcare and preschool educational and enrichment programs that convenience to couples residing in Queenstown and Punggol. We seek your consideration in investing with us for the sum of 100,000 at minimally 10,000 per person for the startup cost required for the period of 5 years. We target to provide a return of investment at 2% to 8% annually.